Hey everybody, this is my 57 Chevy 210 four-door that I've been restoring, putting back together. I got it in pieces 2 years ago. It was pretty nasty looking. If I can, I'm new to everything on YouTube here, and hopefully somehow I can patch in a picture of what this car looked like. I'm just trying to, in between everything else, I've been trying to get this thing back together. I just painted it in March. I wet sanded it and I buffed it just a little bit. I don't really want a super high gloss mirror finish. I like how it looks right now because it looks like an old original paint job that's been restored. It's just kind of smooth, a little bit of gloss to it, and I just like the way that looks. So what I'm doing today is piece by piece I've been pulling this stainless out and cleaning it and figuring out all the clips and getting that put back together, and it's turning out pretty good. It's not, you know, show quality or anything, but it's going to be pretty nice. If you pardon the mess over here, I'll show you how I got everything. I got parts in tubs. There's a lot of new rubber, new fasteners. There's a few extra parts, but the stainless was just kind of all piled together just like this. I mean, you can see stuff gets scratched up, it's dirty, and then I've been painting. It's got overspray on it. There's a few little dings and dents here and there. There's some brackets that are painted, my hood hinges, and it does have re-chromed bumpers that came with it, and new hardware. And when I've been putting these side clips on, it came with new side clip kits. I've got one laid out here in a better light, but that's a molding that I cleaned up. I'm just getting ready to figure out what clips I have left and what I can use. Here's the front bumper assembled. I got to get somebody to help me get that thing up in place. There's my trunk lid. Get to that someday. So I just thought I'd show you. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that know how to do this or would even take it to more of an extreme than me, but this is the driver's side quarter panel top molding, and it's this one's pretty scratched up. This one is actually probably worse than any of the other ones, and there's actually a small dent right there. So I'm gonna try to work that real easy. I'm really not, doesn't concern me a whole lot, but if I can get this line, this bend line right here, just back up just a little bit, I'll be happy. So I just thought I would show you what process that I've been doing here lately. So see if I can get you set up here. Let's go for that. Okay. So what I've been doing, obviously they're dirty. What I start out with is soap and water. I wet them down. Actually, I'm gonna put a pair of gloves on because this stuff gets pretty messy. Not a big deal, but just easier to keep this stuff from getting in on your hands and in your fingernails. Okay, so I start out with a 400 wet paper. You could actually start out with something more coarse than this if you wanted to work at it a little bit more. That's the nice thing about stainless, is that you can work it and work it and work it, and just, you know, you don't really have to worry about losing any kind of finish or you know, losing the material that much. It's pretty hard, but you can sand these light scratches out of there. Let's see where you guys are looking here. Now that dent's showing up a little better now that it's cleaned up. Not too bad though. Okay. Now you could go to 800 or 1,000. It would probably clean up some of these other scratches a little better. I'm trying to get this car together. I'm not, like I said, it's not gonna be an all-out show car. So I'm going to 1,500. Just trying to remove the scratches that you put in it. So okay, that was the 1,500. So now to wipe it off, you can see it's starting to get some shine. Wipe it all down here. Clean up my mess. Okay. Now, before I polish it, I think I'm going to try to get some of that dent out of there. Let's see what I can find. See if I can get you guys set up here. Yeah, it's hard to get the light in the right place, but right there. Okay, let me see if I can find I need a punch that's got a little bit of edge to it, maybe even a dull chisel that I could put right in that crease and try to bring that crease up. Now on the other end, I gotta support the other end and pad it a little bit, so see if I can do any damage to it. Oops. See if I can find a punch. This one's a little bit sharp, but I think what I'm gonna do is put some tape on it. So it's not too sharp. Just like that. And find my crease there. And I've got a nice Matco dead blow ball peen. Not that you have to have something like that, but it's just a nice hammer. So I'm gonna find that crease there. Let me see if you guys can see it there. See if I can get a little closer. Try that. Get right in that crease. It's a little better. I actually got to kind of straighten this thing out a little bit too. So we'll just try to get that just a little bit more. It's not bad. I think I'm gonna leave it before I go too far and hate myself. It's not bad. At least I got that line, that bend line back up a little bit. It's not too bad. It's on the car. I don't think you really notice it that much. Okay. So now what I do is this is a piece I've been using and I'm gonna keep using it. It's not the greatest, but it serves its purpose. And I use it's 4/0 steel wool. Here's a new piece. It's 4/0 steel wool. It's super fine. And this is the semi-chrome. Get close up for that. Works good on, you can use it on chrome. I think it's a little bit abrasive for that. It's mainly for any kind of polished metal, aluminum, stainless. But for stainless, bringing back stainless, it works great. It's just paste. It's got just a little bit of grit to it. What I've been doing is just spread it out a little bit. I'll just do some dabs on there, and then just start polishing her up. I lay it on the bench and get these main surfaces here really well, because I can just I can push on it about as hard as I want, really, and it's not going to hurt anything. So I just get after it a little bit, and then the final step is picking it up and doing the. I'll pick it up and I'll kind of wrap it around there, and I'll get these other edges and make sure the back is clean where it's going to mount on the painted surface. When I get done with all this stuff, I should polish my bench. Redoing this car is really made my bench look like crap. Got overspray and all kinds of junk all over it. And this is factory clip, and I'm gonna see. I have to see what I need for the other end. Alright, just clean it off. Use a, oh, I got the old microfiber towel here. Just gonna wipe it off. Looks pretty good. Be good enough for this driver. Okay, now all I gotta do is figure out the clips. Let me see if I can figure out what we need, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're back again. I got clips figured out, not perfect. I'm gonna use a factory snap-in one in the front because I don't have access to the back of that hole. I hope it snaps in there good and tightens up, otherwise I'll be taking this back off and then cutting an access panel in there. Whoever did the patchwork on the inside welded a panel in there. I've got one other original bolt type clip, and then these are the new ones. I've got some new ones. I mixed in another original snap type one. Let's try to use some of the original ones, not every other one, but just mix in a few just to use them up. And in the back, apparently this back hole is blocked by the gas door, fuel door, and I didn't want to take all that back apart. And what they had in there was a little flat steel with threads in it for a screw to come through the inside. And not only would you not be able to get a screwdriver in there, you have a heck of a time trying to get it started and trying to tighten it up. So I just said I'll just go a different way. And I'm not crazy about modifying stuff like that, but it's gonna work out okay. So I just drilled a hole in there, and I might cut this stud down a little bit so it doesn't stick through quite as far, but I'm just gonna get it. It's always something I could do after, so I can I just want to get this back together. So going to get this thing on there and see if I can get you guys set up somewhere where you can see what I'm doing here. But obviously you just slide these clips until everything lines up here.